So far, but he's going to lead us into these new products. He's going to talk about them. It's going to take some time, so I need you to listen carefully, take notes, okay? With that, I'd like to welcome to the stage my friend, my partner, Mr. Justin Folletti.
Yeah!
That's not good enough. Come on, let's get the music break. We gotta get up. Let's go. Let's go. I'm gonna ask you guys one more time. Are you all ready for this?
Yeah!
All right, everybody. Well, I'm gonna first I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna go slow because I want you to really understand this and get a pen and paper, and I want you to write down everything that you see up here in this screen. Okay? So the first thing I'm going to talk about is some challenges. Okay, we all faced challenges in the past with the new software, the bots, people getting used to the bots, right? People not understanding the bots. Maybe some people didn't watch the training videos of the bots, right? So there were some challenges. But the biggest challenge is that people really don't understand how it maximizes people's time. Can we agree on that? Time is everything, right? Can we agree? Time? And what I mean by time is when you maximize your time, when it's trading, okay? When you really understand how these bots work, okay? It really helps with a lot of time. It saves you time. It saves you money. Okay? Number 2 is automate buying and selling. I had no idea what to buy, when to buy it, and how to even buy it. Okay? Those are the 2 challenges that I really didn't understand when I first got involved with trading, especially when it came to the bots. Because I knew a lot of friends that were trading, and they were watching the exchanges, watching the charts, not knowing or have to figure out what percentages to put in there for that bot or for the exchange to close out their trade. Well, here's what the 2 main challenges are when it comes to trading. Okay? Time and not knowing when to buy and when to sell. All right? So, here are the new challenges for us. Okay? The new challenges are the automated bots. Okay? Coin recommendations. Here's the challenge. Number 1, when to turn on your bot and when to turn off your bot. Okay? Can we agree if that's the only challenge we have moving forward, can we agree that's pretty gosh darn powerful? Yes. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes. So I'm going from the old challenges, okay, to only having, what if the only challenge that you have moving forward with the new products is when to turn the bot on and off? Can we agree that's pretty exciting? Right? So let's go to number 2. Can we agree that if it's which coins to select, is that really a challenge? It is, right? But if you only have the challenges when to turn on and off the bot and what coins to select, it can be a little up and down, correct? It can be like, oh man, what coins do I select? Hey Justin, I see that your trading video was, only let the 15 coins in there. Some people are putting the whole exchange in there, right? Now we're only going to have when to turn it on and off, which coins to select. Guys, this is made simple. You don't have those challenges anymore. None whatsoever. I'm going backwards here. Here we go. And number 3, test before you use it. all right? You've been hearing Tomas and Guillermo and everyone talk about how we can paper trade, how we can test a strategy before we actually turn the bot live. Guys, that's powerful, all right? So when to turn it on and off, which coins to select, and now test it before using it, that's a pretty all-inclusive package. Can we agree on that? So now we're going to move on to this, the HPSI-Pro, guys. And I'm super excited for this. All right, so bear with me. Follow along. I'm going to do my best to help everybody understand how this works. Here are the features. Customize your own bot. What do I mean by that? You're all going to understand. Before you leave here tomorrow from the event, you're going to understand, even today, you know, after we get together and talk about how to customize this, you're going to be mind blown. Where you can customize your own bot, meaning choosing the drop percentage from the coin's highest high to its lowest low. Okay? Activated coins percentage. Okay? And this might sound, you know, a little confusing for you, but I'm telling you right now, it is as simple can be. Bounce coins percentage, and then you can also simulate your own customization, where you can use other people's strategies. You can take in consideration of, well, I don't know, Justin, what a drop percentage is or a activated coin percentage, but we're going to break it all down for you tomorrow. Okay? Now, just keep in mind about customizing your own bot. Okay? Now, the next thing I want to talk about is creating a simulation. Creating a simulation is where you can go in there and paper trade and test your strategy before you actually go live with it. What do I mean by that? Right here, as you can see, that you can create your own custom bot simulation, which is a beta test from the past data, okay? Where you can go up to 9 months of simulation that you put your strategy in there that you want to customize inside the bot, and it's going to give you the results from what that bot would have done up to 9 months in the past. Okay? Now, it's up to 30 coins at one time. Alright? 4 exchanges, Bittrex, Binance, OKEX, and HitBTC. But let me repeat something one more time. You can create your own bot simulation. Alright? Simulation means test it, practice it. Okay? That goes back 9 months in the past to see what that strategy would have done. And once you just click the button, it brings up what your total profit would have been. 242%, 24 plus Bitcoin in profit. Okay? It talks about the investment. The percentage that you want to invest of Bitcoin would be 10 Bitcoins. The drop percentage, 15. Activated coins, 10. Activated bounce, 35. And we're going to explain that to you, all right, as you understand this, but we're going to break it out in sections so you all really understand this. Now, say, for example, if you want to do a back test of just, say, the past 2 months, okay, when Bitcoin wasn't doing so hot, okay, you put your own strategy in there, and then you click on activate as a practice test. It's going to show you what your total profit would have been if you use that strategy that you set up as the percentages. Now, if you're happy with that and the market is kind of still the same, you'll be able to send it right to an HPSI-Pro live bot that's using real Bitcoin. So how cool is that? If you do a couple practice tests and you get returns of 242%. Now, it's not guaranteed it's going to bring that up, but if you want to run it live, you're just getting an idea of what the market would have done for that current strategy that you implemented into that bot. Does that all make sense? How exciting is that, guys? Are you all with me? Do you all understand it? You're going to understand it a whole lot better. Trust me. All right? The next thing I want to share with you is how you go from practice to a live bot. Guys, when I first did this, when Tomas called me up and says, hey, Justin, We gave you access to this. Go ahead and beta test it. I'm like, okay, great. I was that excited. I had no idea what the hell I was doing. All right, I went in there about the drop percentages. I tried to, figure it all out. I went in there. I punched a couple numbers in. Okay, I punched a couple numbers in there. Ran a simulator test. After I'd say about 20 minutes. Okay, I ran a paper trade test. I came back with 245 trades closed in pure profit that I didn't close myself within a matter of 24 hours. Can we agree that's powerful? I even shared that video with a bunch of you inside my groups. Guys, when you figure this out, and we're going to teach you how to figure this out, it's unstoppable. Now here where you can go from a practice mode, okay, and then you're going to be able to click send to HPSI-Pro live, where now it's going to convert over to a live test. Okay? And you're going to see what your total profit is, what the dollar amount is, what it is in Bitcoin. You'll be able to stop by, close all transactions. And if you're not happy with the profit, you can go in there and tweak it and adjust it a little bit by clicking on the coins that you choose or also the settings that you choose. All right? Is everybody with me on that so far? So I want you guys to take a really good look at the percentages you see right here in the examples. All right? So it's going to give you an idea of how we cover, of how to figure out those drop percentages and the bounce percentages as well. Guys, this is super, super exciting, and I don't know how excited you guys are, but I'm shaking out of my boots right now because I cannot wait to go tell my team that this is going to be live. Do you all understand how powerful this is? Everybody with me? Is anybody confused? I mean, I'm here to help. Anybody? No?
Hello?
Sure.
Can you explain the drop percentage coin?
Yeah, we're going to explain all that as we continue. Tomorrow when we do all the beta testing, we're going to explain that each and every module that you see right there and how to figure all that out.
Jay,
Okay?
can you just tell a small, dumbed down version for a simpleton what is activated bounce? So I'm going to wait till tomorrow. I'm going to go down.
Yeah, well, the activated, the drop percentage of a coin, okay? So, for example, if you choose 30 coins, okay? If you choose 30 coins, now you're going to be able to as you're looking at that strategy, is take, for example, say you choose 30 coins, okay? And those 30 coins, only half of those drop down from their highest high to their lowest low. Okay, so if you have 14% selected in there, and only half of those 30 coins drop down that 14%, that's what that bot's going to pick up. Okay, as a strategy. Okay, then for the activated coins, all right, it's going to, for the activated coins would be fit, it'll let you know how many coins the bot had picked up. Okay, and then for the activated bounce, it's going to let you know what the bounce rate is from the percentages from the lowest low and the highest high of where your percent. Does that make sense? Sure. So that's what we're all going to break down tomorrow. I mean, Richie's going to be here with us tomorrow and help us all break that down as well. But guys, it's literally insane. Now this is for, it's really simple. Okay, I want to let you guys know how simple this is. All right, well, you can just go in there and choose the investment, the drop percentage, the activated coins, and it's literally, it's simple. I can teach my mother how to do this. All right? Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the master trading platform, which I think is the HPSI-Pro on steroids. All right, now why do I say that? How many of you do day trading already, before maybe CWE, where you have to try to find indicators, try to find, okay, well, what's a Bollinger Band? What's a 55-24 cross? What time frame to trade, right? That's difficult to do. With this master trading platform, you're going to be able to customize your own bot, 7 customizable indicators where you'll be able to combine them. You'll be able to do paper trading, again, as a demo, test trading, by running the simulation. to see what those type of indicators are doing with your strategy that you choose, whether it's one indicator or all 7 indicators at one time. All right? Let me show you what I mean by that. As you can see here for a paper trader demo, where if you decide, well, I'm going to choose the RSI 14 close in the 1 hour. I'm going to choose the value of a 30, which is greater than a 30%. Right? So what does that mean? If you do not know what that means, that's okay. Because you just click that little blue icon right there. It lets you know exactly what values to choose of what you're looking for in that specific type of indicator to let you know how to use it. You can see all the indicators right here. So for example, the Williams percent R. I had no idea what that indicator was. Not a clue. I never used that in my time of teaching myself. But all I did was I selected that one indicator one time. I didn't even know how to put in the condition or the value of that indicator. This is how simple this is. I just clicked the blue icon and just read a couple paragraphs of what it showed me of how and what it does. I just used that one indicator. Within, I'm not kidding, no word of a lie, right hand of the Lord, within 5 hours, I had 55 closed trades of at least 3% profit or higher by using one indicator. And I had no idea what it was. Because now what you're telling the bot to do, you're telling the bot what indicator to use on a 1 hour chart. Okay? So the bot is not going to go out there and just buy a coin just to buy the coin. It has to hit that specific indicator, which is unbelievable. Right? So now, okay, I want to use the MACD. I want to use the simple moving average crossover. You can select crossovers, right? Now, the more indicators that you use is more of a kind of a comfort thing for you, maybe, where, okay, the bot's not going to go out there and buy a coin if you have the 2 indicators selected. You have the MACD selected, and you have the RSI. Now, if it only hits one of those, it's not going to go and execute the trade. It has to hit both of those indicators for that bot to go make that trade and to make that buy, which is great. Okay, because I used to do this on my own platform that I created, and I was like, oh my God, I hope CWE puts this in play. Where now it's going to be so amazing at how people can just come in here that don't have a clue what they're doing and just select a couple different strategies and even follow other strategies. I'm going to share my strategies. Hey, I'm using strategy 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead and try it out. Here's my results. All you have to do is click a couple buttons. How exciting is that? For the newest person that says, well, Justin, I don't know what a Bollinger Band is. That's okay. I'm using it. Click this, click that box, choose this condition and value, and let the bot do its thing. Guys, we are now creating our own bot with our own strategy, okay, where we can change anytime we want. Does this all make sense to you guys? Now you might be thinking, well, why is this so great? Right? What's so different about this? Because now, all right, when the market's booming, right, we know the coins are going to go with the market. So, you might only have to choose one indicator. But when there's a down market, there's strategies for a down market. Okay? And what do I mean by that is by choosing the different percentages, by negative or positive, right? Because when Bitcoin goes down, not all the coins go down with Bitcoin. There's some altcoins that are going up when Bitcoin's dropping. So you'll be able to set a strategy up of a negative 30 value for that indicator. Okay, that when that bot drops to that negative 30% on a 1 hour time frame and meets that indicator, that bot's going to buy it. Even though Bitcoin's tanking, you're still going to be able to take advantage of the coins that are rallying at that time when Bitcoin's tanking. Does that make sense? Besides trying to figure out what coins to put in there and look at the 24-hour volume and the highs and lows inside your own exchange, you'll be able to now tell the bot what exactly you're looking for at a specific time frame, which is 1 hour, which is basically the average time frame everyone uses, all right? Where you can now tell the bot to buy at that particular percentage on that indicator. Does that make sense to you guys? Is everybody with me? Please, everybody with me. So the next thing I want to talk about is paper trading. All right, you can do the same thing here with what I shared with you on from the HPSI-Pro to the master platform. You'll be able to paper trade this, where you can see what the bot is doing with the indicators over to the profit it made, and you can create as many demos as you want, not just 1, 2, or 3. You can create 10 if you want. And if you see what it's doing, turn it live. Start a live bot. You can see what the results are of what the paper trade and demo trade is doing. Guys, I did this, and once you start getting the feel of it and seeing how this works, you're going to be like, oh my God, this is amazing. Because I have no idea what I was doing by choosing one indicator. Within 5 hours, I had like 55 closed trades in green with 3% profit or higher. And I had no idea what I was doing by choosing one indicator. But the great thing about it is, as myself and you expert traders out there that do understand the numbers and the percentages, all right, we're going to help and teach you each and every step of how to figure it out if you want to learn. If not, just use our strategies and say, here, just plug the numbers right in and don't have to worry about it, which is also exciting as well. Now, the next thing I'm going to talk about is not the marketing system. I'm going to bring somebody else up here. But guys, I really want you to understand the power of this. Let me just go back here to the bots. All right, when I was creating my own platform, right, and it took me months and months to do, okay? Figuring out what strategies to put in, what indicators to put in, right? And I want to paint a big picture for you. With what we have now, okay, where we can customize our own bot to tell it what to do, what to buy, when to buy it, at a specific time, guys, it's game over here. And you guys are really going to understand this and realize this once you're able to mess around and practice with this, because I was super excited. I was actually overexcited when I had access to this, because I was in there just clicking buttons and running demos, and I'm like, wow, this strategy gave me negative 100%. I better change this number, right? But it's practice where you can actually demo it first before you go live. And the cool thing about it is you're going to have us behind you to help you, whether you're on my team or not, to help you share with our strategies of what's working, because can we agree we're a family, like Mr. Randy Case said, and we want everybody to win. And that's what's so exciting about this, because now you can create as many bots as you want, however which way you want, customizing the way you want, whether it's a bad market or a booming market. And that's what's so exciting about this, guys. So I'm super fired up for this. I'll stick around, we'll answer questions, and I can't wait till tomorrow where we're really going to dive into it and do all the beta testing. But guys, this is a game changer. There is no other company in this industry that offers what we have with this. Can we agree? Is everybody excited? You're all quiet there. I hope you all understand it. There is no other company out there. And I'm just super, super excited for all of us to be able to take advantage of this. So the next person